Hi everyone, welcome to Things Lucy Reads and Loose, and this is my August book haul. Yes, so half of these books I bought myself for my birthday. One of them I received as a present for my birthday, and the rest I just bought just because. The first one I'd actually bought in July, but it didn't arrive until August, and it is Once Upon a Time in the North by Philip Pullman, which is one of the accompanying novellas for the His Dark Materials series. I already have Lyra's Oxford, but I was missing this one. The next one I picked up to complete my Corydon trilogy, and this one is Corydon and the Fall of Atlantis by Tobias Stewart. Yeah, so this series was recommended to me by indirectly by Josh from the Madhouse. I'm excited to get to this series because Josh made it sound really, really good, and I think I'm going to really like it. The next two books I picked up for 20 cents each from my library. The first one is Night by Elie Wiesel, which is a non-fiction book about his experiences during the war. He was a Jewish man. He died this year. I wouldn't say I'm excited to read this, but I think it's probably something that everyone should read. So yeah. I also picked up this really gorgeous copy of Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I already have a copy of this, but this one was just too beautiful to pass up. It's got this lovely illustrated cover, and the pages are green on the edges, and it has colour illustrations inside that are really attractive and nice. So yeah, it was only 20 cents, so I thought, why not? Next book I got is Puella Magi Orico Magica, the extra story, so like not really volume 3, more like 2.5, but functions as volume 3. Yeah, so I've been slowly reading all of the spin-off series for the Puella Magi Magica anime, and this is one of them. So yeah, the next book I got from my friend Jess, that one is Urn Burial. So I got that one off her, and she very kindly sent it to me. I'm slowly completing my collection of Franny Fisher books. I think I'm now only missing 5. I have most of them physical and 3 of them in ebook. But I just really, really enjoy this series. And then the next book I picked up because I rewatched Free, and last time when I rewatched Free, I read Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami, so that's kind of like a connection that my brain makes. And I rewatched it because Starting Days was finally uploaded on Kiss Anime, so I watched that, and then I just had to rewatch the whole thing, you know, as you do. And it made me want to read some Murakami, so I was just looking on eBay, and this one was there for less than $10, and it's pretty good condition, so I picked it up. This one is After the Quake, which is a series of short stories set after an earthquake, obviously. Yeah, so I'm really excited to read this because I mean, I had mixed feelings about Norwegian Wood, but I like Murakami's writing, so yeah, I'll see how I go. All of these books are ones that I got for my birthday. The first one I bought for myself at Target, and it is A Whole New World, A Twisted Tale by Liz Braswell, which is a retelling of Aladdin, except what would happen if Jafar got the lamp and took over everything. And so Jasmine and Aladdin kind of start a rebellion against Jafar, and it just sounds really, really cool. I haven't actually seen Aladdin. My extent of knowledge of Aladdin is far too many hours spent in the Agrabah level of Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, oh my god, I hate that level. I had to go back to it so many times. It just sounds really cool, and there's going to be a whole series of like Twisted Disney retellings coming out, and so I'm really excited for those as well. The next book I bought for myself on eBay, and it is The Dream Trails by Isabel Carmody in the bind-up edition, which are the ones I have because I got the first 2, well, like the first one, but it's 2 books in one from Book Outlet, and these aren't actually the Australian editions, these are the American editions, so they're kind of hard to find. But now I have all of them, so this is the 5th and the 6th novels. They are Wave Song and The Stone Key in the Urban Newton series, but yeah, I'm excited to finish this series off. The next 2 books I got for myself on AbeBooks. I've been looking for them everywhere, but I wanted them in hardcover, and the hardcovers are kind of expensive, obviously. But then I happened to find new or as new copies on AbeBooks, and together, including priority shipping, was the same price as I would pay for one of them brand new from the book depository. So that was $25, so that is really, really good. And the books are The Etymologicon and The Horologicon, both by Mark Forsyth. These are about English, like the language. So the etymologicon is a circular stroll through the hidden connections of the English language, like popular phrases and why we use them and where they came from and equivalents in other languages and stuff like that. And the horologicon is a day's jaunt through the lost words of the English language. So I'm just really excited to read both of these, and I'm so happy that I got them for so cheap. The next book was a present from the lovely Lily, whose channel name is Lilypad, and it is Phoebe and Her Unicorn by Dana Simpson. I've already read this and I absolutely loved it, and I will put a link to the wrap up where I talk about it up here. And thank you so much, Lily, for sending that to me. You are the best. The next one is Volume 6, Bones of Wonder Woman, of the first New 52 run by Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang. I've already read this entire run, and I will again put a link to the wrap up where I talk about it up here. The last 3 books that I'm going to talk about I got all from Booktopia. So the first one is Astronomy in Minutes by Giles Sparrow. The Night Sky Explained in an Instant. I'm kind of like a closet science geek. I really love space and astronomy and stars and stuff. And so this is about the constellations and what stars make them up. And then it's so about the planets and all of their moons and other things like the Kuiper Belt, and just all about space really succinctly and easily. And I think it's just going to be a good starting point to get into astronomy. So I'm very, very excited to read this one. And then the next book I bought for myself is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. A lot of my friends have been reading it, like non-booktube friends have been reading it lately and loving it. So yeah, I am down for the space battles and the cool writing, and also it looks really cool. It sounds absolutely like my jam, sci-fi, space battles, government's doing some awful shit probably. So down. And then the last book that I got in that order, and the last one for this wrap-up, is A Sea Voyage, an anti-stress dot-to-dot adventure by Emily Wallace. This is like the next graduation from colouring is dot-to-dot, and I loved dot-to-dot as a kid. So I thought I would give it a shot. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this one yet, because it's very... see, that's the first one that I've done in blue. It's a fish. But... there's a lot of lines, and there's a lot of like going back on lines that you've already drawn, so you can't really do it in straight lines because it looks kind of strange. I don't know how I feel about it. This is a ship's wheel, which I did in texture and coloured in a little bit. It would probably look better if I'd done like curved lines, but I didn't, and so the straight lines look kind of odd. But yeah, I'll complete the whole book and see how I feel about it afterwards. So yeah. Those are all of the books that I got in August. Let me know, as always, if you've read any of them and what you thought, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.